You know, as kids growing up, there's one thing that we all get to experience, one thing that keeps us out of the house for hours on end throughout our entire lives as kids and our entire lives as teenagers, and that is none other than school. Upon all the years in school and all the hours spent inside a classroom, learning stuff that we may not need in our entire lives or at all, because let's be honest, a lot of times school in general is just straight doo-doo water. And a lot of people just sit and think, well, is this really necessary? But that aside, school in general can be actually fun. You get to experience some incredible things while going to school, all the way from your elementary school up until like your university. So that being said, here are some really cool things about school. Number one, friends. Seeing friends in school is what actually makes school awesome. It actually gives you a reason to go out and hang out and socialize. I mean, think about this for a second. You get to see all your best and all your closest friends in school for 5 days a week. For 9 months. You all get to laugh at each other, you all get to make jokes and make fun of each other. I mean, frick, who doesn't like having friends? Well, except you're like a sadist or a loner, but yeah, other than that, friends are really cool. Especially all the fun memories you'll get to share together throughout your entire stay in the school. It's actually really fun. So having friends in school is really cool. That rhymed. Number 2, recess. Think of it as break time. After all the several hours of doing schoolwork, usually between morning and afternoon, you get to have time for yourselves. You get to have time with your friends. You get to have fun with your friends. Heck, you can even catch up on the latest gist and gossip that have been going around the school for the time being. So recess was basically a period where you get to gather yourself back together and recharge your brain from all the schoolwork you've done so far. I heard some schools even ban recess. Like, what the frick, man? We should just go up in pseudo schools because my brain can't handle too much pressure. I heard they ban recess because they believe it's too dangerous and want students to stay inside and do all the cramming they can possibly do. They are literally holding students against their will. Like, these kids just want to have fun. Number 3, lunchtime. You can think of it like recess time, but it lasts half an hour. But you get to eat food and digest all the nutrients that you need to continue the stress of school. And when it's lunchtime, you can go get food from the cafeteria or eat the food you brought from home. But in my country, there isn't any cafeteria. We eat food that we bring from home, made specially by superwomen known as mothers. So during lunchtime, you can basically do whatever you want. Eat your food, go study somewhere. Number 4, your favorite subject. I mean, everyone has that particular subject that they just love to do and love to learn, especially when it's taken by a particular teacher that makes the subject even more fun. It could be math if you're a geek for numbers and stuff. It could be lab where you have experiments. It's actually one of the most interesting things about school. Number 5, funny people. There's some students in class that know how to lighten up the mood. Teacher could be standing in front of the class teaching the most boring subject ever. People are falling asleep, people are tired, people are just not in that class. And there be this one person that makes the funniest and most inappropriate sounds or just says some funny ass word and everyone goes laughing. It's never a dull moment when they're around. During class, during lunchtime, during recess, everyone's having fun when they're around. And they're most likely to win class clown or funniest people in the school. And last on my list, graduating. Everyone waits patiently for this day to come. Because after all the studying you've done since the start of the session to ace your final exams to get out of school, who wouldn't be waiting for this day to come? It's that one day when you gather up with your friends and the school gives you graduation gowns and graduation caps. You put it on, have the ceremony, and at the end, you get to throw the graduation caps up in the air, and then you can breathe a sigh of relief and be like, finally done. But the sad thing about graduating is that you and your friends get separated. I mean, everyone starts out their lives. People can further their education by going for college or university, or people could go get jobs. I mean, that one baddie in the class could start an OnlyFans. And a lot of people make sure they get good grades so they can graduate with their friends because no one wants to be left behind. So it's one of the things that students look forward to because they can finally get out of school and live their lives. both in high school and in university. And that's my list. Thank you all so much for sitting down and listening to my voice as I mentioned some of the cool things about school. If you have any contribution to this, anything you want to add, some other things that you feel are really cool and interesting about school, let me know in the comments below. And if you made it this far into the video, if you gotten to this point, I want you to write in the comments W video, because you know this video is a W. Anyway, school is ass, but it can be fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I am Ralph, and I'll see you in the next video.